Okay, so we're still in the arithmetic sequence and series. So just remember, arithmetic, we've got an A, which is your first number. We've got D, which is your common difference. If I want the term in a sequence, it's A plus n minus 1 times D. So if I'm looking for the fifth, oh my goodness me. If I'm looking for the fifth number in the sequence, I'd just be putting in 5 for n. And then I've got Sn. And that is for adding up all the numbers in the sequence. And that's my formula here, n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So we've been working on that over the last few days. So if I wanted to add up the first 20 numbers, I put 20 in for n. So here we've got an arithmetic series. Sn is equal to n squared plus 2n. Find S1, S2, S3. So Sn means for adding up all the numbers in the series. So S1 means I just want to add up the first number in the sequence. So to find S1, I write down my Sn formula, and I just put 1 in for n. So that's 1 squared plus 2 times 1. 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is 1, and 2 times 1 is 2. So S1 is 3. So when I add up the first term, I get 3. Now, if you think about that, like if I have a sequence, that means the first term in my sequence must be 3. So I'm just adding up the first term. It's just adding to it, like it's just itself. So that means my first term must be 3. Now let's have a look at S2, adding up the first two terms. So S2 is equal to 2 squared plus 2 times 2. So S2 is equal to 4, and 2 times 2 is 4. So S2 is equal to 8. Now what does that mean? It does not mean the second term is 8. It means the first two terms added together must be 8. So 3 plus the second term must be 8. So 3 plus what would give me 8? Well, 3 plus 5. So if I add the first two terms, 3 plus 5, that's 8. Perfect. So I know when I add the first two terms, I get 8, and that tells me that the second term is 5. Now they want me to find S3. S3 is equal to 3 squared plus 2 times 3. Remember, I'm just using the formula they're giving me. 3 squared is 9, and 2 times 3 is 6. So S3 is equal to 15. So that means when I add up the first three terms, I must get 15. So 3 plus 5 plus the third term must be 15. Now it's getting a little complicated, so I say 3 plus 5 plus, let's call this third term x, must be 15. So 8, 3 plus 5 is 8, plus x must be 15. 8 comes over and becomes a minus, and 15 minus 8 is 7. So our next term must be 7. Let's just check. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 7 is 15. Excellent. And then we know the first three terms must add up to 15. Now what they want me to write down is T1, T2, and 3T. The first term in the sequence, the second term in the sequence, and the third term in the sequence. But look, I already have them. The first term is 3, the second term is 5, and the third term is 7.